Guys, welcome to MyGuy's review of The Revenant. So this is a new film starring Leonardo DiCaprio, directed by Alejandro G or something. I can't pronounce his name, I'm sorry. But he's the guy who directed 21 Grams, which starred Naomi Watts and Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro. He also directed Birdman, the amazing one-shot film. Lots of beautiful one-shots in the film, starring Batman himself, Michael Keaton. Also had Emma Stone, had Naomi Watts, had Ed Norton, had such an amazing star cast. So this is his new film with Leo and Tom Hardy. But this film, this has to be Leo's year, right? This has to be Leo's Academy Award year. An amazing performance by Leonardo DiCaprio and of course Tom Hardy. He was in Legend, where he played the double role of the two Cray twins, and he does such a great job as both of them. And again, he's in this and he's really good as well. He's kind of overshadowed because the film is more a Leonardo vehicle, so kind of like as good as Tom Hardy is, and he's brilliant in other films as well, he kind of gets shadowed because of the man he's up against, the main lead of the film, Leonardo. So the film Revenant is set in I think 1820s or 1823, something like that, and it's about a group of it's a party of trappers who go out into the wilderness of Louisiana, I believe. And basically they're under the charge of I think it was Andrew Henry. And basically they're kind of like on their way there, but they're looking around and trying to work out where they can get some, because they're hunters basically. But what they do is as the film starts off, you're into the film, it's all gritty, looking good, 18th century, it looks amazing, and then all of a sudden they get ambushed by some Native American tribe, and then that kind of leads the group. The party kind of just escapes, and they're like, oh, what do we do now? So they get on a boat, and then Hugh Glass, Leonardo's character, Hugh Glass, he recommends that they change they leave the boat behind and kind of just aim to go by foot, which kind of like goes against what some of them are thinking. That Tom Hardy's character is kind of like not too happy with him, particularly because his son is half Native American. Glass is Leo's son, and Hawk is his name. So he's kind of not too happy about it, not too pleased with it. So you can see this conflict brewing between Tom Hardy and Leo's character throughout the film. And this is the first kind of bit of it. And then comes another epic and amazing kind of scene, shot amazingly well. So Leo then gets attacked by a huge grizzly bear, as in those times. Obviously, there's loads of free roaming bears in the wilderness, and he is badly mutilated. So he's really hurting. He can't move, and he's kind of really suffering, Leo. So the group kind of like say, oh, what should we do now? Should we leave him to die? And you have that decision making where you have people kind of make a decision, which is, do you leave an injured man behind, or do you kind of bring him with you? But he will slow you down. So there's that whole argument of, do we leave him and stuff? And you get this good conflict in the film, and it's great to see, and it's really done really well. And so he's kind of agreed that, let's leave him where he is, and a couple of people say, okay, look, I'll stay behind, and if he dies, I'll give him a proper burial and stuff like that. So that's kind of like where we are. Leo's kind of on these last legs, and so as he we get a bit more into the story, we kind of then see a huge, I don't want to give away who killed who just yet, but let's skip on ahead. And so what they do is they make a makeshift grave, and they put Leo in there, and so Leo kind of gets put away in a grave, And all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, after a little while, he finally wakes up from the grave, and then he's in the woods for days and days, and he's haunted by visions of his past in this time. So we kind of like see the story kind of unfold a bit more, and we get glimpses of what happened to Leo and why he's kind of the way he is and stuff. So he kind of see the struggle that he comes up with, and he's haunted by his deceased wife. So spoiler alert, his wife is dead in the start of the film. But yeah, he kind of like gets and sees these visions of his wife, and you know, running through the wilderness, and then he kind of friends one of the natives, and she kind of offers him something in return, and so the story is more about it's almost like a resurrection, because we have Leo's character who kind of dies in a way, almost gets buried, and kind of comes out of that, the other side of it, and actually comes out quite a stronger character, but obviously he's still haunted by the visions of kind of his past and stuff. So you have this really good element of this film where it's kind of, you could tell that the directors put a little bit more thought into it. It's not a standard kind of put in the wilderness, make your way back out, kill the company that's around you and stuff. There's a nice theme going through it, and Leo's character is the center of everything, and you kind of have his struggles as well, because you kind of see what he was up to, his life before this, and obviously the end choice that he has to make is, do you give someone life, do you take life, or do you kind of like just let him be? And there's so much kind of going on. It's such a layered film. It's so great, and Tom Hardy is amazing again in this film, and so is Leo. This should be the year Leo wins the Oscar. And you have the big battle at the end as well between Leo and Tom Hardy. In real life, seeing how big Tom Hardy got for Bane, and as much as I love Leo, I think Tom Hardy's got him covered in real life. But in this film, obviously, it's a different story because Leo's the main man. There's huge action sequences as well in that manner. You know, it's not your typical kind of film. It's more of I would say it's kind of like a drama, but it's not so much. It's more of a Western adventure, should I say, because it's still set in that sort of era. It's in the 18th century, not 18th century, 1800. It's in the 1800s, and we've got this kind of like, you know, they live off the land, people are kind of like look for food and stuff, you know, so you have that element. You don't have so much everyone just is in industry making money and they don't care about the land, and so there's a whole respect of the land and stuff as well here, where it's kind of a whole new character as well in the film. It's because you have your main characters of the film, you have the natives who are chasing them, you have all of that, but you have the land, the whole of America, that they're, well, not the whole of America, I think they're in Louisiana, but Louisiana is a big character in the film as well, and her story and everything that goes around with that as well, which is great to see. So, you know, it's written and directed really well, whereby it's not just, you know, here's 5-6 actors in a film or 10 actors in the film and it's just them. There is another element to the film as well, and it's Mother Earth herself. And she plays a key part in the film as well, and it's a great film. I believe, you know, there was problems with it, like he kept going into, because you're shooting in the wilderness, rain and stuff affects the film, and so it took ages to get done or something, and I believe there's lots of delays, but in the end you have this amazing film, and they've done really good. I think there was problems with location, crew delays, all sorts of stuff, but it finally happened. It's out in the cinema, and it is an amazing film. A lot of people giving it great praise as well. I think Leo deserves all the praise he's getting for this film. This film is incredible. It is a Leo film, and it's beautifully done. It's uncompromising, and it's everything we want to see. It's a really polished film. And obviously the main two actors, kind of, let's be honest, they're the two kind of people, and they're, there's still an element of chemistry you still need, even though they'll be on two different sides. And so it really goes to show, you know, he's done a great job. He's picked some good actors, and they've done an amazing job in such in kind of putting this all together. It's simply to say it's just all Leo is a bit harsh, because, you know, there are other elements to the film and other people who still play a key pivotal role, and they're all good in it. Everyone kind of does their own thing. So I thoroughly enjoyed this film as well. This should be the one that wins the Oscars for at least Best Actor, if nothing else, because this has got to be Leo's year. Yeah, I know Will Smith had his best film and maybe his best acting role in years as well, in Concussion, and he didn't get nominated for an Oscar, but this should still go to Leo. I know it would have been good to see Will Smith up there get nominated, but this film is the film. I mean, in terms of acting wise, yeah, Leo still, I think, is just slightly above Will in that case, you know, in Concussion. Concussion's another great film where the lead is just fantastic, but he should have been nominated. It's a travesty that he didn't get nominated at least for an Oscar for that performance. Amazing performance in Concussion. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, because Will Smith is the man. But this is all about The Revenant. I thoroughly enjoyed The Revenant. Another great movie from the director, obviously, who brought us Birdman and 21 Grams. He'd done another great job. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Highly recommend it to anyone who's watching the film or is kind of on the fence. I'd give this an 8 out of 10 again. This is a great movie, not for everyone. It is a bit long for some people, so be warned. It is just under, I think it's about 2.5 hours, so it can be long for some people. I don't think the film dragged at all, because there's so much happening and you're just immersed in this in the land of Louisiana, and obviously the terror that's going on and the constant peril that they're all under. So thoroughly enjoyed it. Great film. Hit me up with your comments and likes. Tell me what you think. If you think, you know, Leo should win the Oscar, not win the Oscar, whatever. And hit the big S button to subscribe for more.